Good evening. Welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. President Trump is right now celebrating a foreign policy win, setting the table for what he hopes will be an even bigger one. 3 Americans detained in North Korea are on their way home tonight. They're returning with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, whose surprise trip to meet with Kim Jong Un has also produced a specific date and place for his summit with the American leader. Correspondent Rich Edson starts us off tonight from the State Department. Good evening, Rich.
Good evening, Brett. And Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is returning to the United States from North Korea with much more of this summit between President Trump and Kim Jong Un planned. He's also returning with 3 previously imprisoned Americans. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo arrived in Pyongyang, spent 90 minutes meeting with Kim Jong Un, and returned to his hotel. When he arrived, the reporters traveling with him asked whether he had secured the 3 detained Americans. The secretary crossed his fingers. Then a North Korean official arrived and informed him the Americans were free.
I appreciate Kim Jong Un doing this and allowing them to go.
Tony Kim, Kim Hak-song, and Kim Dong-chul have finally left North Korea. Secretary Pompeo says they appear to be in good health. North Korea arrested 2 of the men last year, the other in 2015. A U.S. official says the North Korean government stressed it was a hard decision for Kim to release the 3 Americans and that they should be careful never to make the same mistake. One congressman says he's been working with one of the prisoners' families to release him.
So we feel very fortunate and lucky that this gentleman is coming back to the United States. I understand healthy. So in good shape.
Pompeo says he spent about 13 hours in North Korea, describing it as productive. He says the U.S. and North Korea agreed on a one-day summit between the president and Kim Jong Un that they could extend to a second day. Despite expressing his preference for a meeting in the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea, President Trump revealed the meeting is somewhere else. He says he'll announce the location and date in the next 3 days.
We've picked a time, we've picked a place for the meeting, or summit, as you like to call it, and I think it'll be very successful, but as I always say, who knows?
North Korea and the U.S. still have more specifics to work out. A senior U.S. official says the 2 sides agreed to meet again in person to finalize the details of the summit. While at a lunch with the secretary, a senior North Korean official offered a toast, claiming, quote, "We have perfected our nuclear capability. It is our policy to concentrate all efforts into economic progress in our country. This is not the result of sanctions that have been imposed from outside." The White House maintains U.S.-led sanctions and pressure brought North Korea to negotiate. The delegation is expected to arrive in the Washington area shortly after midnight, or sometime perhaps even well after midnight tonight. President Trump says he plans on being there when they do. As they left Pyongyang, Brett, the plane eventually left North Korean airspace. Secretary Pompeo says he informed the 3 Americans that they had finally left North Korea. Pompeo says they were thrilled. Brent?
Only imagine. Rich Edson live at the State Department. Rich, thanks.